Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are back in Amagi. Yeah, that's right. We're back in the Japanese Amagi. It's been a while. I do try to play this ship occasionally because, you know, it is very, very fun when it works. Doesn't always work out though. Sometimes you get the Amagi that just refuses to hit the target. That's not the case in this video. But this video is also special for another reason. We actually run into a fellow streamer slash YouTuber by the name of Spotted Gecko. Now, I'm sure you guys know who he is, but just in case, I will leave a link to his channel down in the description down below. Make sure you head over there, give him a little bit of love, show a little support from the Spartan Army slash Navy. Appreciate you guys. You guys know that. Now, I also have another thing that I'm going to be, kind of putting out there for you guys. There's a potential for a sponsorship coming up on my channel in the near future. I'm in talks with the developer right now of a game on mobile, and they want to sponsor my channel. So keep an eye out for that video, and if you do see that, please, guys, I don't ask a lot, but please blow that video up for me, just so that, this opens the channel for more sponsorships in the future. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. But anyway, with that being said, we are going to push up our side. You guys know I like to win my side. Unfortunately, I don't have the range to hit the battleship that's over there across from us. And the other battleship that spawns a little bit closer is going to stay close to the island. So we're being spotted by the carrier right now, and this carrier actually spawns directly across from us. So he's going to put himself in a position where he's going to kind of attack us the entire game. Now, Amagi doesn't have the greatest AA in the world. It's not preferable, but we play the hand that we're dealt, so we're gonna keep moving forward in hopes that we can potentially help here. Now, right off the bat, we see that the lightning is smoking up, so we take the shot. Again, you miss all the shots you don't take. We reach out and we absolutely mangle that freaking lightning. 11,800. I believe the lightning usually has somewhere in the neighborhood of 15 to 16,000 hit points. So we just took 2/3 of his health in one shot from range. That's the Amagi that I love. When it behaves, Amagi, one of the best battleships at tier 7. But unfortunately, it's just a little too inconsistent. Now we lose our Tashkent right off the bat. Not ideal. Kansas out there, broadside and begging for it. We're going to go ahead and hit that shot, or at least try, see what we can get out of it. We've got a Republic straight ahead of us. That's right, we are bottom tier as well. But Lightning, you can see, we left him with nothing between us and the teammates hitting him. He has no health left. It's so unfortunate. But Lightning gets finished off by our Balti, which is huge. We did get a little bit of a hit there, or actually a pretty nasty little hit on the Kansas. And now we're just going to go ahead and push our objective here. Now I see this Republic out here, but notice that he hasn't moved. His guns are kind of turned to the right and they're just stationary. What does this mean to me? This means to me that that man is AFK. He's not actually playing the game. His guns have stopped in the position that his cursor was looking on the screen. He is AFK, which is real unfortunate for his team because of all of the ships to have AFK on your team, the top tier battleship with amazing guns. Like, that's just unfortunate. Now you can see the enemy carrier trying to take us, and you can see at this point I'm seeing his guns rotated. I'm like, okay, this guy is either completely clueless or he's AFK. And it was at this point that I realized that he's AFK. I'm like, okay, so is there, I know the carrier's out to my right. You can see the planes coming from over there, so I'm going to continue to push forward. We also have this Amagi here. Amagi gets a nice little shot over the island. We're going to try to repay that shot if we can. We know he's headed towards the other direction. He's going to try to get moving, but oh my god, Amagi. Oof! I think we got the better end of that bargain. Now, obviously, I'm still cognizant of Republic, but you can see I'm obviously paying attention to the fact his guns still aren't rotating. This guy is AFK. Now, he could wake up at any time and absolutely ruin me if I'm not careful, which is why I'm keeping an eye on him. But I'm angling against the Amagi here, trying my best anyway. He's sailing at not full speed. He's just kind of sailing around at like quarter speed or half speed. So we're going to be able to get some decent shots here. But then I go ahead, while I know he's reloading, I'm going to turn away from him. Remember, I run a steering build on my Amagi to help give us the ability to use those rear guns more often while going straight at the enemy. Now, Graf Zeppelin over here, he's in a world of trouble. Like, he knows he's in trouble. He's 8 kilometers from a battleship with 10 410 millimeter guns. And, yeah, he gets very fortunate to not get citadels again. Like, we should be citadeling him. He was angled. Those shells should pin straight in and citadel the crap out of him at that angle. Now we're probably looking at overpins, obviously, even though we already overpinned him 6 times in the last salvo for reasons. But you can see the freaking Amagi still punching us. But right now I have bigger fish to fry. If I can get rid of this carrier, that's a big deal. And we take another big chunk off of him. You can see it's not the Republic shooting me, so the Amagi's got diminishing returns here. He can continue to try to shoot my superstructure, but he's not going to get that much out of it, and we're going to be able to negate most of the damage that he's going to do from this point out. However, if we can get rid of this carrier, that's huge, like, boost for our team, right? And fortunately, our Summers manages to take him. Now, the Amagi is getting outside of his you know, ability to do significant damage per salvo, though he is still paying attention. He's still there. I need to start working on this Republic, because, again, if he wakes up right now, he could ruin me. 1 salvo, I could be down to the bottom of the ocean. So we're going to try to aim for the cheek right there by the front turret. See if we can't pin at this angle. Again, we don't have quite as good a pin angles as the American battleships do. And you can see the Amagi still doing his best to try to smack us around, which is definitely not ideal. But we're going to try to get rid of this Republic. And we didn't get quite as good a hit as I was hoping for on that last one. I don't want to aim for the belt because I know I can't pin the belt at this angle. The Republic has a really good belt. So we're aiming, trying to get ahead of that. And you can see, just not quite getting it. We're still shattering and bouncing off of the belt armor. But now that we're starting to turn back in, we also got to keep in mind that there is the Amagi over there that could be a problem. So we're going to try to move our aim a little bit further forward. We are getting a better angle now, so we should be able to punch him. We got torpedoes on the way as well, and we just took another nasty hit from that stupid Amagi who just keeps punching us. And finally, we get the angle that we need to punch him right in the mouth. Now, we have the Amagi here. Amagi has done a really good job for his team trying to continue to whittle me down, though honestly I knew that I could take the hits for the most part. He wasn't catching me broadside. It's not like he's going to get 20,000 damage a salvo. He's getting, you know, 5,000 to 8,000 damage here and there, hitting our superstructure, maybe getting a pin through the deck. But now that we're angled towards him, you can see he's starting to get a little bit of dispersion. He had amazing dispersion for so long, so now that some of that RNG is starting to catch up to him. But here, we're going to go ahead, swing out, get our rear guns involved, aiming for superstructure. Remember, we haven't actually hit his superstructure too much yet, so it's still wide open and begging for it. And we're also going to have a potential, you know, deck penetrations as well. But unfortunately, those shots just did not hit home. And these shots did hit, but didn't do much, unfortunately. We turn in, he takes another couple of chunks through our superstructure, not that big a deal, it's about 3,000 damage, and now he is basically broadside and begging for it. We're not the only one shooting him, so he's in trouble. Our team has pretty much raffle stomped the enemy here, and so we're going to do our best to finish off the Amagi, but unfortunately Amagi gets away again. Just gets away from it. And then gets finished off by the friendly Musashi. Speaking of Musashis, there should be a Musashi coming up in the near future. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is not the game that we had with Spotted Gecko. Either way, I'll leave a link down in the description for Spotted Gecko if you guys didn't get a chance, or, you know, just because he's a good guy. He really is. He's a great guy. He's very entertaining. So highly recommend Gecko if you guys haven't seen him. Again, I thought that this was the one where we went up against Spotted Gecko, but clearly it's not, because I don't see anybody left that we're going to be able to fight other than this Baltimore. Now, remember, we have a Baltimore to our left, and we have their enemy Baltimore right here. Now, Baltimore has 27 millimeters of bow armor, meaning that it can bow tank 15-inch guns and below. Unfortunately for this Balti, he cannot bow tank 410 millimeter guns, 16.1 inch guns, I think, is what, you know, 410 millimeters is. So, what does that mean? It means as soon as I get the angle, I'm going to be able to punch straight through his bow, and there's nothing he can do. Our carrier is trying to attack him. Our destroyer actually tried to attack him. Our carrier's over there by the battleship. And our Balti is about to go full. Look, I respect this Balti. He's given up some of his hit points to try to stay in an aggressive position, and he is about to be super aggressive versus this Balti, who clearly has more hit points than him. Now, obviously, this Balti knows that he's got me as backup, so he knows that I can absolutely shred that Balti. But look at him. He's not just YOLOing around the corner because he knows that's death. And the enemy Balti is also doing a good job of keeping his bow in. Unfortunately, like I said, it doesn't matter if he keeps his bow in to me, as we punch straight through, getting 3 penetrations and absolutely mangling him. Now, the best bet our Balti could make here would be to load HE and punch through. You just keep shooting his superstructure, getting those full pins of HE. But you can see he's trying to use the AP. And he's getting a little bit of damage, but he's overpinning. Now, this enemy Balti is definitely going for the ram here, so I'm going to take this shot just to make sure that this Balti does not succeed in ramming our teammate. But we end up having a solid game there. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Pretty solid, quick match in the Amagi. 144,000 damage, top of the leaderboard, 3,000 base XP. Not too shabby. But again, make sure you guys check out Spotted Gecko. I do apologize. I thought he was in that match. Clearly, I was mistaken. Though I did end up playing against him. I don't remember if I have the video, though. But anyway, if you like what we're doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.